Just being able to put that G on. I mean, it's just special. A couple weeks ago just really kind of hit me where coming to an end, at these home games and just being able to put on the red and black is special. And that fan base we got out there is unreal. Just to be able to have them in your corner is awesome. So going to try to take it all in as I can this weekend. Really not going to hit me probably till after the game, but I'm excited.
Yeah, Oscar, I think this offseason you kind of mentioned maybe looking the wrong places last year and being grounded this year and being where you're at. How have you feel like you've gone about doing that, and how do you feel like it's impacted your level of play because you're playing good ball right now?
I appreciate it. I was talking about earlier, it's like when you're younger and you're playing football, you don't wake up and, oh, I hope I get all these catches today. I hope I do all this today. You just go out there and play football because you love it. And I think just being a tight end at Georgia, you got to know everything about the offense, and you got to know the offense as a whole. And just knowing that and being able to get out there on the field and get put in any position and just do anything to kind of help execute that play to the best of its ability is a big thing. So I just kind of go out there and don't matter what's called, I'm going to take pride in what I got to do on that play. I think that's helped me a lot this year because, it's easy that when you don't get the ball and you don't do what your people are wanting you to do on social media to kind of get in your head and get all upset about it. But, I really did fall in love with blocking and all the stuff in the run game and just, watching other people on our teams make plays. So I think when you have that in a team, and we got a lot of guys like that on our team, you got a special team. So we got a special group, and I'm excited for what we got the rest of this year.
Oscar, to your left, I'm curious what that moment was a few weeks ago when you realized the end is near, just because you guys are always so focused on the present and the moment right in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to know when that potential last game in Sanford Stadium is, and for it to finally be coming up this week possibly is just it's crazy, and it's hard to think about. Just I remember my freshman year spring ball right when I got here, and just from where we've gone since then is unreal, and just how much these coaches have poured into me and the other players on this team, and how much the other guys on our team have poured into each other. It's awesome. We got a special senior group, and we've been talking about it a little bit, but we're more excited than sad. So.
Yeah, with that senior group, Kirby was saying a lot of you guys had to take on more of a leadership role this year. So what do you feel like the legacy or lasting impact of this group is going to be as you all look back on your careers here?
Yeah, I mean, it really all starts when we got here as freshmen. I mean, with the whole NIL era now, it's easy to leave and go ask for a ton more money at other places. And any guy in my class could have done that. And just to have those guys that really stuck through it all that are still here just shows how much they care about this program and what it means to them. And, it kind of starts with us pouring into the younger guys this offseason and just bringing them all along. And, our team's so special. I think you could plug in a young guy at any position and there'd be little to no drop off. So that's just how special it is to us and this team.
To your left again, Kirby doesn't know if it's this week or foreseeable future the loss of C.J. Allen. What has he meant to this team, and who do you envision stepping up if he's not able to go?
Yeah, I mean, CJ's a really special player. It's hard to replace him. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything that's asked him, but, I mean, we're all praying for him and hoping for the best for him, obviously. But, I trust Coach Smart and whoever he's going to put in that position to kind of step up for him. And I know just, how good our defense is and how much you can move guys around and move people everywhere. So, I'm not worried at all about who's going to be where. I just know that Coach Smart's going to come up with a good game plan and fix it.
So you had I guess, kind of post-game tweet, or whatever you want to call it now, X, for Gunner and the Heisman. Why do you feel so strongly about kind of wanting to push for that?
The numbers are the numbers. I mean, I see stuff everywhere about all these guys at different schools. Their teams are pushing for them to be on the Heisman, all that. I mean, Gunner doesn't care about that stuff at all, but just me being, one of his best friends and his roommate, I see it every day at practice. I mean, we're playing in the biggest games in the country, and he's dominating. So it's kind of crazy that he's not talked about more. I don't know what goes into that or who makes those decisions, but, if I'm turning on tape, that's one of the guys that I'm inviting.
Yeah, when you committed to play for Georgia, Brock Bowers was in the midst of a great freshman season, and he was only a year older than you. And this is me projecting here, but I think a lot of guys maybe would not have welcomed that challenge of playing 1 year behind him and possibly being in a shadow. Why did you sort of welcome that, and how do you think that's helped you develop as a player in person?
I mean, to be the best, you got to play with the best, and I think that's why people come to Georgia in the first place. And I would not want to go to a school where I know as a freshman I'm going to be an immediate starter and do all this stuff, but we're not going to win games, and who knows what's going to happen. You know, coming to Georgia, you know who your coaches are going to be. You know who is going to be calling your plays. You know who's going to be next to you on the line, and it's special, you know, to see those older guys in front of you. It all starts with the older guys. You know, they bring on the young guys, and just to be able to play with Brock is unreal. And, you know, he's one of my best friends to this day still. Keep in touch with him all the time. And I'm just so grateful to be able to play with him and Darnell and those guys. And just, I wouldn't be half the player I am today if I didn't get to learn from them.
Oscar, when you walked into Athens, you know, you guys won a championship. You know, it's 3 years later, and you know, you guys have an opportunity to do that again. And how much do you kind of look back at those days, and kind of, you know, think about the 3 years that have happened since, and talking to these young guys about, you know, you just never know if you're going to be able to have this opportunity again. How much do you talk to your younger teammates about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. I mean, we got an opportunity every day to get better at practice, and that's what those really good teams do, is that they care about practicing and getting better. And, you know, being here as a freshman, we won the national championship. I know what it looks like and what you need to do every day to accomplish that, and so does Coach Smart. And, you know, the coach can always tell you what y'all need to do, but, I mean, it's got to be player-led, and it's got to come from one player to another. And I think our senior class really knows what it looks like and kind of holds those younger guys to that standard and kind of teaching them that. So hopefully in the future they can know what it feels like as well.
Oscar, whenever you talk to I guess those 10 transfers that the team brought in, when you talk to those guys about their experience so far, what it's been like through 10 games, what kind of comments do you hear from them? Is it that how about you talk about the toughness a while ago, and kind of going through everything at Georgia? What kind of comments do you hear about along those lines?
Yeah, I mean, all those guys, they shared in the offseason, like, what it was like at their old programs, and none of them have said anything compares to what it's like here. And it's a brotherhood here, and it's special, and we truly care about each other on and off that field, and I think that's what kind of helps bring our game to the next level. You know, all those young guys or those transfers that came in, they immediately were welcomed, and they felt like they were at home, and I think that was a big thing. Just, you know, welcome those guys into our program because they're part of this team now. And you asked me about Zach Branch right now. It feels like he's been playing here for 4 years with me. So, you know, all those guys are super special, and, you know, we care about them all just like we care about the dudes who've been here for 4 years.
You guys have had 36 red zone trips this year and 32 touchdowns. What's been the secret to when you guys get in the red area, being able to find the end zone?
I don't think there's a secret to it. I mean, you get in the red zone, you have to be able to run the ball, and I think that we care about that. And it's one of the things we focus on this offseason is, you know, running the ball and just being able to run the ball. And when you can run the ball well, you can throw the ball well. So it's kind of just all comes hand in hand. So I don't know if there's really a secret to it. It's just, you know, who's more physical and who really wants to put it in the end zone.
You guys don't know yet if you're going to be able to play in the SEC championship game, but with the benefit of hindsight, how much did winning that game last year sort of help this year's team and set you guys up for what you've been able to do this year?
Yeah, I mean, the SEC championship is one of I think, the most impressive games to play in the country. I mean, I think the SEC is the best conference in the country, and to be able to play in that game is super special. I mean, I think it's one of the most watched games across the country as well. It's a special thing to be able to go there and play that really physical game every year, and it's just exciting. And when you can go there and do the stuff that we did, it kind of just lets you know what you're capable of achieving. But I mean, that team last year that won is a different team than this year. So
you guys come off a big win. There may be a sense, do you want to exhale a little bit? Kirby Smart talked about keeping everybody focused, and you've had a lot of experience in Kirby Smart practices. How will he keep you guys focused this week?
Yeah, it's simple. It's senior day this week. When I was younger and those older guys were playing their senior day, it didn't matter who you were playing. You want to send them off the right way. So I think that's going to juice everyone up this week, and we're excited. I'm excited, and you know, for it to be possibly my last game in Sanford, it's gonna mean a lot to me.
Time for one more question.
Oscar, did you watch the Darnell Washington just run where he's throwing people around? Give us your thoughts on it and any notes you might have.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Hartley sent that right in our text thread right when it happened, so we got to all watch it. I was watching the game as well, but you know, it's the people outside the building that are seeing that for the first time are impressed. But I mean, I haven't seen that. I remember seeing that when I was here with him, so it's special. He's a special player. He's a freak, and you know, he's gonna keep doing that for a long time.
I feel like we played overall as a defense, like we had the fire, passion, and energy. Just overall, the DBs, linebackers, and just D-line, we just played as a team. and just played great. Seeing him down, we knew someone had to step up. So just playing as a team and playing together.
Yeah, Chris, to follow up on that, what was it like having CJ on the sideline? Did you have a chance to talk to him at all as that game went on, and just what that will be like having him to kind of help you guys along, even if he can't be out there with you guys?
Yeah, I had talked to him kind of like towards the end because he came back out, and I just asked him how he's doing. We're just praying for him, just to see him down. He's like one of our leaders on the team, but he was still leading, and with him not even playing, he's a great leader, and I'm just gonna be praying for him.
To your left, my man. Well, what has the senior class meant to you, and how do you want to send them out?
They definitely meant a lot to me. My first day coming here, they taught me so much. From my first day until now, they just taught me just like the next play mentality, especially Dalen, him coming from Virginia, and I'm from Virginia too. Just him teaching me a lot.
Yeah, Chris over here to your right. Last year you got on the field predominantly when Smile got hurt as like a cover linebacker out in space. This year you're kind of an edge rusher, getting an opportunity to get after the quarterback. Now, CJ goes down. Now we're playing inside linebacker a lot more. How are you balancing all of these roles, and when did you get allowed to kind of play free? You're not thinking out there anymore. You're still playing free.
Yeah, I kind of got that. My first my first day here. In high school, I played all positions. I started as a former safety, and then in college I moved to linebacker. But just staying focused on my job and not overthinking stuff, just playing fast and free like I'm in high school.
Yeah, Zayden Walker had his first career sack on Saturday. How have you seen him develop over the course of the season?
Yeah, Zayden, his first day here until now, he's grew so much, and this this game, he got the opportunity to show, just like the showcase of what he's been working on, and I'm just so proud of him just to see all the work he put in, and for it to just display on Saturday.
Yeah, what has it been like sharing a room with Raylan Wilson, and how has he gotten better throughout the course of this year, do you think?
Yeah, he's gotten better, and he puts everyone inside, in the inside linebacker room to get better. He's a great leader. He's a great mentor since I got here. He's definitely taught me so much too, him being a junior. And yeah, he's definitely puts the linebacker room to get better overall.
Kirby was just in here talking about how you have to embrace the level of physicality to survive in this program.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you want to embrace it?
What makes me want to embrace is my whole life I just love being physical, just playing football, and I came from a high school program that was taught that. So coming here was nothing new, just another level to be physical.
Chris, right up here, Gunner's been putting up some Heisman type numbers and a big campaign on Saturday night. Kirby had said a few minutes ago that he embodies everything about that award. Wanted to get your thoughts on you think of him being a legitimate Heisman candidate.
Yeah, Gunner. People see on Saturdays what he does, but I see it throughout Monday through Friday, just the way he works. He's a high-effort guy. He focuses on what he needs to do, and then, I'm not surprised. I've seen him so much just develop from when I got here until now.
We see Gunner in the interviews. He's pretty soft-spoken. On the field, he has those celebrations and everything. You see him a little more free. What's something about him that we don't see that you guys get that might surprise all of us, when it comes to practice or anything?
I say he's just always happy. I just never seen him mad or just in his mood. He's always happy and always just uplifts everyone. I never seen him mad, and even when I might having a bad day, I say what's up to him, he's just so always smiling.
From your experiences with Oscar Delp, how has he helped elevate this program?
He's helped a lot, especially on Bloody Tuesday when we always go against each other, just being physical and just covering him every single day. Him being one of the best tight ends in college football, it just helped me so much.
Chris, over here. When you look at y'all's defense this year and sort of the team as a whole, it feels like the identity has been to run the ball on offense and try and stop the run on defense. And just curious, you guys as a linebacking core, kind of, is that something you guys are talking about throughout the game, or you're taking extra pride in, or what does that look like on the field?
Yeah, our goal this year was to stop the run, and we embodied that and just being physical on the line of scrimmage. So that's one thing, we take pride in, and we try to prove it every Saturday.
Yeah, in a game against UMass last year, late in the season, you had a fumble recovery for a touchdown. For young players, how big are weeks like this where you might have a chance to get out there and play and really show what you've been working on this season?
It's I say this game is definitely a big game for them, but I say every week is. And this is just another week to get better as a team and just focus on the little things that you need to do. But definitely, this is a great opportunity for the young players.
What's a game week like, for Charlotte versus a game week for Texas, Alabama? Like, does Kirby keep it the same week after week, or do you ever notice something different?
It's the same mentality. It's just another week to get better as a team and just to showcase what we can do on Saturday.
You guys were very effective as a defense getting to Arch Manning on Saturday. Where do you feel like you've seen the biggest growth in this pass rush and just that ability to affect the quarterback?
Yeah, I definitely seen a big change from the first game until now. We've developed so much and got more opportunities to be able to, affect the quarterback.
Yeah, what does Gabe Harris just mean to this defense and just this defensive front as one of the older guys up there?
He's definitely like a high effort guy. I see him in practice, so he's always flying around, just wanting to be fast and physical. So just seeing him in a game, I'm just like so proud of him because I see it in practice and all the work he puts in, and for him to be able to do it during game is awesome.
Colin Gill is a guy that spent some time here in this program. He's going to be on Charlotte's team and playing you guys on Saturday. What do you remember about Colin as a teammate and just what he brings as a defensive back?
Yeah, he was actually like my locker mate. We always talked. I remember when he first got here in the summer, I talked to him because he was at Oregon. I just asked him about like how was Oregon and how was that. But we became close friends, and just to play against him, just to see him again is cool.
What stands out to you about how he plays?
He plays physical. I remember coming here. I remember he was on kickoff and just flying around, and I had him on a double team, and I used to always go against him every Thursday and Tuesday, and he's just like fly around and just be physical.
Have any more for Chris? All right, thank you. One more.
One fun one, man. There's one fun one. We're not going to see you before Thanksgiving, so I want the one guy in Kirby's buffet line for food for Thanksgiving that you better get in front of, or there's going to be no more food left.
Food guy.